All right, we should be live. It is Tuesday, September 13th, and the time is 3:36 in the PM, and it's 20 degrees Celsius here in the fabulous city center located in the heart of Vaughan. This is the city just to the north of the city of Toronto, and I see I Like to Walk in the chat. Vero X is here, and Ann Minar is here. Akil is here. Hello. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Arjot is here. Here's the part where I normally flip the camera around, but I guess I could just stand up and say hello to you guys this way. Here I am. So we're going to go for a walk south today from the city of Vaughan to the city of Toronto. Guy is here. Michael Nguyen. Eugene 8 says if you can hold a fork, you can go to York. Well, I can in fact hold a fork, as York was the school that I went to. Damien says hi from the UK. I will not be going to the University of York in the UK. Velkos says he's lucky. Didn't miss much on the stream. All right, I'm going to switch over here to the gimbal. Actually, maybe that was a bit premature. Let me just check my backpack to make sure everything is nice and secure. I don't know how long this is going to take. I think it's about a 5-kilometer walk or so. It's going to be kind of desolate, but what the hell. I streamed around downtown yesterday on the e-bike, and Ken has been streaming a lot downtown. And I was up this way anyways, recording a video. I just recorded one at a place not too far from here, and this is where I ended up. Hello, high fiver. There I am, ready to go. My shirt getting tugged down by my microphone a little. Naval likes the cool pattern of the paving here. That's about the only thing there is to like in this area. How not to build a downtown. Plunk some random condos in the middle of some big box power centers. Have a subway station. Well, at least they got that part right. So I'm currently heading south. I'm gonna head down to, I think, Highway 7, and then we'll walk over to Jane Street, and then we'll begin the long, boring march south down to Steeles. I'm not sure how much of York University we'll see. The goal is really just to get there. So if I'm feeling spry, maybe we'll go all the way to York University Station. If not, there's always Pioneer Village Station. Zach McNally says good afternoon. So here is the northern terminus station of the Spadina side of Line 1. And that is how I arrived at this destination. Yes, we are in a quote-unquote city center or downtown, and there's a giant warehouse across the street with 18-wheelers being loaded up. I guess you gotta start somewhere. And that is connected to a bus rapid transit line, and you can get through or get into the subway station there. Alex was at Robarts earlier today. There's a look at the fabulous Vaughan skyline. Lisa loves this station. It might be the best of all the stations on the extension. There's a big vehicle encroaching over the crossing. Why is he doing that? I don't know. You gotta be extra on your toes walking around an area like this. Unknown says station tour. Well, stay tuned to a future video. This is hysterically bad. They built a bike lane, 2 thumbs up, but it's basically located on a superhighway, or rather a super strode, and it's not protected. I can't imagine too many people feeling safe riding their bikes along here with the way traffic moves in this area. So just to the south of here is Highway 407, one of the biggest wastes of money in the history of time. And I'm not joking about that. It really is a gargantuan waste of money, or rather missed opportunity. And off in that direction is Highway 400, and that's what you would take to get up to Canada's Wonderland. I think that's what most people know it for, or getting up to Barrie or Orillia, and then into cottage country beyond that. In the opposite direction from here, they're planning a mega development where the Colossus Cinema is. Originally or Famous Players Colossus. I don't know what Cineplex rebranded it as. And there's a big Ikea just on my right to the south of here. And last time I was here, this was still a big undeveloped plot of land here. I never said bike lanes are a waste of taxpayers' money. I think it's just incredibly poor planning to paint them on. Put a curb, put some bollards, anything. Or here's an idea, shift this entire curb onto the road and bring the bike lane up here and then separate it from the sidewalk. You've got all this great space. Just padding the street. Get the bike lane off of that street. So here is Jane Street. And yes, this is the same Jane Street that Jane and Finch is at if you go south. Oh, someone pressed the button for us. They've got this little area here where cyclists can wait for the light. Is Canada's Wonderland still open? I think it's on reduced hours. Johnny Strides YouTuber and urban planner. I can pretend. I stepped in some bushes earlier and my feet are all prickly. Jeanette Morales. Hello, Jeanette Morales. Looks like cyclists are an afterthought. Well, it's funny you say that because a few seconds ago, a bunch of guys on e-bikes. Here's another one, riding. There's a bike lane, and look at this, they're on the sidewalk. Look at that. They're on the sidewalk on their e-bikes, despite there being a bike lane, and these guys behind me did the same thing. And rather than crossing where they're supposed to cross, they're crossing where pedestrians cross. I don't know what the laws are in Vaughan. And look at this. How the hell am I supposed to make it across the street in 30 seconds? Not just bikes did a video on how utterly terrible our intersections and crossings are designed. And this is exactly the point he was making. And that car that just approached, if it were making a right turn, which is allowed, it would not have been able to see me because of that truck. So if he just rolled right through this here, I could have been smushed. I didn't see where those guys on e-bikes headed. Oh well, now we begin our march south on Jane Street. There's a look back at the Vaughan City Centre. It's looking a little bit less and less like a tooth or a smile that's missing a lot of teeth. But man, get some color. What is this lady doing on the median? What the hell? How do you even end up there? Is she sitting? Probably trying to collect toonies off of drivers. GD kid. I'll have to look that clip up. Hello, Akil Sam. So full disclosure, this walk was originally planned to be a pre-recorded video. And thought if I was in the mood for it, I would stream it instead, so that's what we're doing. I might still come back here and do it the other way. At least this way I'll be a little better prepared for it. I hope you're doing well down in Texas, Jeanette. There I am, braving Jane Street here. Neville. Let's take all a moment to hold hands and pray for my safe return. Were you talking about another John? I might have missed something. Damon, yeah, knuckleheads ride e-scooters, they ride bikes, they walk on sidewalks, and of course they drive vehicles. Hello, Hunter Stewart. Marge is here, hello. You missed the first 13 minutes. All right, so this is gonna be fun. These cars here are turning onto Highway 407. Let's see how this is set up for pedestrians. How am I supposed to navigate this area? Because I'm looking off in the distance and I'm not seeing a sidewalk. Maybe one will appear. I saw people walking. Oh, there's one. All right, so we do have a sidewalk. Hello, Robert. Hello, Eddie Clark. There's a mean looking guy on the right. There's a 20 Jane bus heading north. On the right is the MCC, Mobile Climate Control. Whatever the fook that is. Go to Vaughan Mills Mall. Nope. Hey, look, more e-bikes on the sidewalk. Say shit if that's legal here. I highly doubt it is. They probably allow regular bikes, but not that particular class of e-bike. Someone in Toronto just said your name. Who? I'm certainly not in Toronto. So we're going to be crossing the biggest financial mistake in the history, not just of Ontario, but I'm going to go as far as, say, Canada. Gee, it says pretty sure all bikes are banned on sidewalks. Well, in Toronto, the law is if you're under 14, you can do it. If I were in charge, I'm okay with that. But I would stiffen up the penalty for people over 14 riding their bikes on the sidewalk, and I would actually tell the police, go ahead and enforce it. Go to town laying tickets on those people. I'd probably triple the fine if they were on something with a motor. Unless it was like an electric wheelchair, if it was an e-bike or e-scooter. You're riding that on the sidewalk? F you. I'd make that like $2,000. We're here at Interchange Way and Jane Street. Lisa says the City of Vaughan website is vague. I wonder if that's a York region thing or if it's a city thing. Who makes that law? Hey, we just got a new subscriber. Do I have to press the damn button across the street? Oh, there we go. Let's try not to get run over. Teledyne Optech. And just what is that big mistake? That is the 407, which I'm not sure. I was just looking that up. Let's see if it's still in my history here. What's there to do in Vaughan? You can always get out of there. But the 407 opened in 1997 to provide relief for the busiest highway on the continent, the 401. But in 1999, we had an idiot in charge by the name of Mike Harris. And what he did was he leased Highway 407 to a private consortium for 99 years for $3.1 billion. Well, guess what? That highway makes $1.4 billion in revenue every single year. Now, would the government have been able to do that? Probably not, but they would certainly get more than that. And I think it's worth well north of $30 billion. So you can't tell me that wasn't a crooked deal. Marge. $5 late fees, guilty as charged. Thank you, Marge. Thank you very much. There's an Ikea. I'm just gonna wipe off the camera lens here. All right, Lisa doing the good hard work. So there used to be a giant AMC, which I think is now an abandoned building. Just over to the right, there's the backside of an Ikea. I guess we don't need the wide angle. And what I think is that the Mississauga City Centre, way off in the distance. Sunset Canada's Wonderland is in Vaughan. Yes, it is. Lucky Smith, buy yourself something sparkly. Sparkly and watery, some bubbly water. I do have a can in my backpack. All right, so we're gonna have to play Russian roulette just up here as I try to cross and not get mowed over. Oh my God, look what we have. I shit you not, it is a pedestrian. So there's a big Go Bus terminal just over that way. That cool boomerang looking building is Highway 407 station. And there may be a video of that coming up soon on the channel.
Wait, 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 wait. wait, 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 wait.
I saw Action Kid had one of those that malfunctioned. I think it might have been the same one in New York the other day on one of his streams. All right, so if we ever get the walk sign here, I'm gonna get to cross. There's life on this. Yay! Don't run me over. Don't run me over. And there she is. Highway 407. The city of Vaughan calls using an e-scooter micro-mobility. It's a weird take. Maybe if it was one that had one of the seats built in. But right there are some cameras that capture your license plate and charges you an extortionate rate. One of the joys of having a private company own your publicly built highway is that they got to charge whatever the hell they wanted, and they raised the price so much that after that reject Mike Harris was finally kicked out of office, the next government to take over had to sue to get a cap on the rate increases on the 407. Who would have thought they'd try to take advantage of taxpayers? Another massive blunder here is that they're planning what they call the transit way. And that is projected to be completed somewhere around 2050 from what I read. All right, where the hell am I supposed to cross here? Sanjay got a $17 bill the other day driving the 407. Where does this sidewalk lead me? Hello, vulnerable carbon-based life here trying to cross the street. All right. I saw a chance, I'm taking it. But what the hell is this? At least put a zebra stripe on the ground. Put a stand with a yellow light on it and let us press a button, and if it's flashing, traffic should have to yield to anyone coming. I won't lie though, Highway 407 station looks pretty badass. It's got this kind of boomerang shape to it. You can take one of 13 GO bus routes, or I think 5 York Region Transit routes. And they have a number, or I think 2 or 3 Ontario Northland buses. So you could go up to Sudbury or North Bay. Or was it Thunder Bay? I don't know. Did I press the button? This button doesn't really give me any feedback. How do I know I pressed it? QPOG still can't comprehend how people live here. It's not so bad if you enjoy driving your car around from power center to power center. Is that a bus station? It's a subway station. What happened was all the GO buses used to serve York University. And then in 2019, they moved those GO buses all up to Highway 407 station here. Absolutely screwing over students at the university, because if they wanted to take the GO bus to school, now they had to pay an extra fare to get on the TTC. and go 1 or 2 stops south. Yeah, so the TTC here is not fare integrated. So if you take the York Region Transit, you have to pay a separate fare. On TTC buses, when you go north of Toronto, there is also an extra fare. Kind of like mob turf wars. If you're on our turf, you got to pay a fee kind of thing. If you enjoy traffic and road rage. Although for our art fans, this is actually really cool. This art installation here provides natural light all the way down to the subway platform. It's probably the nicest subway platform we have in the city. It is very deep, but very well lit. It's wide and spacious. It has lots of seating. Of course, this looks exactly like the ideal spot for a subway station. Industrial and commercial wasteland, check. Highway, check. Giant cemetery that'll never be developed into anything useful, check. Looks like a great spot. I think it has, Lisa. I think one of the ideas behind the station was that it would be connected to the transitway, which would run along 407, but that doesn't seem like it's ever actually going to be a thing. Mike Landry, $5. Hello, Johnny, and everyone in the chat. Hello, Mike Landry. Thank you very much. QPog says horrible location. Yeah, I think between York University. Hey, what the hell is this? Where's my crossing? Where's my crossing? I got 24 seconds to make it. Oh, by the way, this sidewalk goes nowhere. Do not turn right and take that sidewalk. It will not lead you anywhere. You'll have to cross the street. So why did they build it? I don't know, but you'll see that in my video coming up. You're supposed to cross over here, then you're supposed to go along this sidewalk, and then you're supposed to cross back over into the station. You can tell I'm a big fan of how this area is designed. That was a nice crossing though. Just a bare road with no markings. We've got a hydro corridor. There's a cyclist on the sidewalk. I wonder once he gets south of Steeles if he's going to hop onto the road. Independent Mind says those crossings make you nervous. I think Not Just Bikes would have a field day just making a video around the Vaughan City Centre. In fact, I seem to recall, I think he already has at one point. You heard you're not supposed to cross when the red hand? Yeah, technically you're not, but in reality, if you can make it before it expires, there's nothing wrong with it. Holy shit. Here is our hero of the week. Oh my God, he is actually on the road. You brave, brave man. What is this car doing, turning right here? Oh, he's in the center. Oh, I think what happened was he turned out of the cemetery and is now chilling in the center lane until he can safely move over. There we go. QPOG, that is it. Gum detoxify, clean below the gum line. I don't know, Clifford or David. I'm not sure. But what's funny, if you go into Google Maps and you pop in my starting point, and then you pop in, say, York University, the suggested walking route tells you to turn left here, where the sign clearly says, do not enter. And there is also no sidewalk. So it is literally telling you to turn left here and walk along this private access road to get dumped off in a big parking lot. I think that's actually a giant UPS distribution center over there. The sidewalk that time forgot, coming soon to theaters near you. Is that the York University busway? No, that is south of here. But yep, there is UPS over there. All right, thanks to everyone for tuning in. If you like what you see, hit the like button. It does help with the algorithm. I post videos every day at 9 a.m. EST. So subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more. Plus I live stream. I'm probably going to be doing more walking live streams than I've been doing all summer. It's getting a little cooler. It's a little nicer out. So off in that direction is Pioneer Village Station. And Black Creek Village is around the corner from here as well. A thoroughly disappointing place to visit. C-Pan says, there's your work. You're over there. Yeah, I don't see too many people walking along here. Damien subscribed and liked. You usually miss the live as there's a time difference. Well, I appreciate you making the effort to come when you can. I live streamed yesterday on the e-bike. And I think I'm going to do more on that particular bike than the other bike and my new scooter. The battery life is better. And I think from a picture quality point of view, that was probably my smoothest ride. Anyone's saying they got motion sickness from the rides, and a few people have said that. I think would appreciate just how much smoother that particular bike is. JK says the Blue Jays are losing. Well, they won yesterday. Aren't they playing a doubleheader today? And Manoa was supposed to start one of the games, but he might not be. And that straight ahead is Steeles Avenue, and that is the border between the city of Toronto and the city of Vaughan, where I am now. That Sam McFan says, hi Johnny, hi everyone, love from Italy. Are you university hopping? U of T and TMU the other day, York U today, where next? This was supposed to be a pre-recorded video around York. I think I'll go back because Ken did the school formerly known as Ryerson yesterday. And I think he's posting that video of me and him at 7:30 tonight on his channel. I don't know if he's premiering it or not. That's Ken's video. I might go back and do TMU at some point in the future, as well as come back and do York. LEDHG says rainy and muggy there. There was supposed to be rain and thunderstorms here today, but it did not happen for the second straight day. There's no button to press here. There's just a little nature trail over there. I think that is Black Creek Pioneer Village right there, actually, right across the street. A recreated, old-timey way of living in Ontario. Hector says hello from Chile. Hello. I always kind of wonder who parked their bike right there. Seems a bit of an odd choice. So this is east on Steeles Avenue. This is the northern divide between Toronto and Vaughan. So just south over there is Toronto, and on this side is Vaughan. Marie Palmer's here. Hello, Marie Palmer. I think Action Kid once got told to stop filming when he was on the university campus before. I'm not sure what to expect. U of T and Ryerson are so integrated into the city that you're literally just walking down public city streets. But York is a different case. It's kind of an enclosed campus. So we will see. There's a big UPS depot. Yeah, watched the collab with Ken and says at the start he was a bit funny. What about me? Yeah, see, Panda, it's still UPS, although I just saw some FedEx trucks rolling out of there. It's a big distribution center, and I think it's also a customer center. There's the 935 Jane Station Express bus. Jane Station, Jane Street. So this is Murray Ross Parkway coming up. And that's kind of a boring street. I think it's better just to keep moving and go to the next one. Maintained nicely for the tens of people that walk it in a week. You mean the same 3 people that probably do and nobody else? And that bus is going all the way to Bramalea. Or Bramalea. That's a big ass commute. Those people probably take that multiple times a week to get to York. And there are the soccer and rugby fields. And the old York Lions Stadium is on that side of the street as well. When I went to York, they were not the Lions, they were the Yeomen. And I remember when I was at York, there was a big push to rename the team. I think there's not so many good things associated with being a real-life yeoman. So they wanted something a little more neutral from being an asshole human. So they renamed the team the Lions, I think in 2003. There's the entrance to Black Creek Pioneer Village. Lions is a cool name. I don't know what the hell the TMU Bold is supposed to be. They went from the Ryerson Rams to the TMU Bulls, or Bold. All right, maybe I should be on the other side of the street. We'll cross over when I get there. Velcos is loving Ken's new shorter hairdo. It's giving you very French poodle vibes, which is fun. I thought his old do gave you poodle vibes. I think those are a bunch of arenas just off in the distance. All right, if they ask me why I'm filming on campus, I'm a student recording a documentary project. I still remember my student number. I wonder if that would check out on their systems. Although I am not an alumni. They used to harass me to join the alumni program, and I think they want money. So I eventually just moved and never told them my new address. So hopefully they're still not sending out letters all the time to whoever lived where I used to or lives where I used to. I think there was a car accident just up ahead. There's a Tesla and a BMW. The BMW's got its four-ways on, and there's a bunch of people outside walking around their vehicles. Probably a rear end. There's the old football stadium. And now these people have a row of cars behind them. That Tesla should put its four-ways on to let the people behind it know to go around. Uh-oh, she's having a bad day. Look at this little traffic snarl they've caused. And we did it. We walked all the way to Pioneer Village Station. I've done a video walking through here before. Say yes to paid sick days. This is probably the funkiest exterior on any subway station. Was there damage? I didn't see any. What's fun about this station is it's half in Toronto, half in the city of Vaughan. And there's a TTC bus terminal on the south side, and there's a York Region bus terminal on the north side. Pioneer Station Tour. I think you can find that on my channel actually. There's a 960 Steels West bus. Back to back. They always tend to bunch up on Steels. I used to have to take the 60 Steels and sometimes the 960 over on Dufferin Street, which is to the east of here, off in that direction, and often you would wait for one of those damn buses, and you'd wait like 20-30 minutes, and it's supposed to be one of those every 5-minute buses. And then boom, out of nowhere, there'll just be like 4 or 5 of them in a row. Valero says they're close to me. This is the York University Northwest Gate. Fun fact, I used to park my car in a parking lot just over there when I drove to school. And there's another lot straight ahead on the other side of campus I used to use. And you'd pay at the booth and you'd get a parking pass, and there was a different color on it. And what I had collected all the colors, so I would look at the windshields of the cars that were parked, and I would find one, and I would notice what color they were using that day, and I'd pull out one of my parking passes of that color, and I would shove it into my windshield far enough that you couldn't see like the date or time on it, but you could see that it was of the right color. And that got me around getting a lot of parking tickets. Does that make me a bad person? Maybe. But I did it. Ooh, that girl sneaking into the bus area. You're not supposed to go that way. $500 fine for illegal entry. Well, I won't tell if you don't. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
Congratulations. You have been selected by Air Canada to receive a $999 credit towards your next trip.
Oh,
For
no.
further details, press 0 now.
Should I do it? A $900 credit on my next trip. The fact that I answered just confirmed to their system that a human mans this phone, and now I'm going to be fed into a system of getting even more calls. That's why you shouldn't answer those. Oops. So the new York football stadium is over there. That serves track and field, the York Lions, and there's a professional rugby team that plays there as well. I think they're called the Toronto Arrows. C-Pan says it was just a scam call. No shit. All right. Cook any of those meals yet? No, I might do that tonight. Northwest Gate Lot, go left. Pioneer Village Station. Canlan Ice Sports, York Stadium, go right. Sherman Health Science, go right. Track and field left. Just give me your credit card number, it'll be okay. Oh yes, the ducks on my apartment need to be cleaned and fed. So that's one of two subway stations here. The main station, York Station, is right in the middle of the campus. And providing security doesn't tell me to stop recording before I get there. That's where I'm heading. And the next closest station would be Finch West. All right, let's head into the campus. So Calumet College is straight ahead. That's my old college. I streamed through here once before, but it was during the pandemic when absolutely nothing was going on. York has a nice campus, suburbia, but nice. Yes and no, it's not. I definitely prefer the downtown style campuses that are integrated into the public street grid. This one is very much isolated. I think I'm even on private property right now.
Weekends enjoy good.
There's some tennis courts. The National Tennis Center, I think, is just off in the direction the camera is facing. And every other year, they hold the big national tennis event there. The alternate years, they're held in Montreal.
Tomorrow, 8:30. I better see you. Wait, be there at 8:30?
All right, we are really getting into the campus here. Marge has become a member. Marge celebrates 20 months of membership. Thank you, Marge. Thank you to you and all the other channel members. It's very much appreciated. And here we go. This is life sciences. York is known for life sciences and business as well. Let's go this way. We also have a pretty good law school here. And an observatory. A lot of big gray brutalist inspired walls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out this way. Let's find out. John says, I believe university campuses are private property. Yeah, that's why if they tell me to stop recording, I'll just oblige. But at U of T, if I'm on a public sidewalk, I will do no such thing. I think I remember this from back in my school days. Used to have to cut through this building here. Behold, beauty that is York University. Wing Zero has been inside that observatory. High Fiver celebrates 5 months of membership. Watch your back, JS. Those students are very friendly. I'm quaking in my boots, but thank you very much, High Fiver, for your membership support, as well as Marge. Also, huge thanks to Tech Needs Tea. All right, wear a mask to protect yourself and others. Well, I'll just hold my breath as we walk through this section. Or not. Yeah, so the National Tennis Stadium is to the right, where it says Tennis Canada. Calumet College and Bethune College are to the right, and Stong College. So those are where I went. Lisa says my lens is a little dirty. Yeah, it looked a little foggy. Let's see if we can, could just be moisture or condensation. How is that? Is that better? So that's where I used to go to school, and I think Very Hall is right around the corner from here. Bucky Smith's ex took political science here. There's the security services on the right. So there is the Ross building straight ahead. Albert, 2 Real. Thank you, Albert. Thank you very much for your support. I remember seeing this building over here. That is pretty funky. Thank you again for the 2, I think it's Real that you donated. This is where you thought you had a future getting out of the Matrix, but the rabbit hole is deep. Oh well. Curtis Lecture Halls. I used to have to go there. Someone's saying I chose the red pill. I used to have to go right through those doors there and take econ. Jeanette says York Uni's campus reminds you of your alma mater. So there is the Ross building. I don't know if you get any good views from up there. I remember going up there on my last live stream, and I don't think there were any views to write home about. This campus, I think, is bordered to the north by Steeles, to the south by Finch, to Jane to the west, and Kiel to the east. It is called the Kiel campus. And here's one of the hallmark brutalist designs of the campus, the Ross building. So bad that after it opened, they covered it up with another building called Very Hall, which you'll see from the other side. But look at this monstrosity. COVID hippo in the house. York University Psychology Clinic. Not department, but there's an actual psych clinic. Wonder if there's any future dinguses to appear in Ken's stream hang out in there. Unprotected bike lots, or bike parking. So the York Lanes, which is kind of like a shopping mall, is just up here on the right, or straight ahead. And there's a big student center in there. There's a food court. There was a Wendy's, which when I went here was the only place on campus where you could get a Coca-Cola. This was famously, I think, the first Pepsi campus of its kind. Nice. And we have entered the main courtyard area. So back in my day, this was just non-stop TTC buses rolling through here. I used to take the bus to Downsview, but they opened up the subway here in 2017. We're gonna get the classic York University view in a second. That's pretty. I might actually try to get a new thumbnail for the stream. Just give me a second. I'm gonna put the camera down. I cannot see your chat for a minute. All right, enough of that. I've got a cold drink in my bag. I would like to consume it.
I mean, it's gonna be weird either way.
Thank you for the awesome screenshot opportunity. You're welcome. A lot of these buildings were not here back when I went to the school. They also didn't have benches in this Enfield area. There's the York Lanes. It's like a shopping mall area. This might have been the better selfie spot. Let me just try one more time. Sorry, I can't see your chat. We're just trying to get a thumbnail, folks. Oh well. Let's find a place to sit down for a minute. And there is York University Station straight ahead. I'm not seeing much in the way of available tables. Or desirable tree trunks. There's one. I'm just gonna have a quick drink. You know what? Let's do one with the view. I will sacrifice sitting next to a tree so you guys can see something here. Hello, Brad Palmer. Is York University in movies? I don't know about that. Probably some terrible student movies. This stream is brought to you by Bubbly Lime, sparkling water. I just need a minute. From here, west. It says it's a 28-minute walk to Finch West Station. I don't know about that. Clayton Crawford says the sound of Johnny swallowing a cold, sweet drink. Sorry about that. How was Charlie today? I don't know. He was very energetic yesterday. He's wearing one of the actual dog cones, not the inflatable one now. I'll get up and start moving in a minute. Oh, is it just me, or are there like a crazy amount of bees and wasps this year? It is just nonstop. Get away. Getting harassed by bees. Get away. All right, you stupid bee. I'll let you have your territory. Just give me one sec. The wasp wanted a drink. There's the York University subway station. Thank you for bearing with me. There's the Schulich School of Business, I think, on the right. Or I think it might be that glass one, actually, just on the other side of the station. But the central part of this campus is in like a big U shape. So all the bus stops used to be right along that side. To be or not to be. Well, there was the original destination for the walk. York University subway station. Should I end it and go in there, or do you want to keep walking all the way to Finch West? Which means I'll have walked from Vaughan City Centre all the way down to Finch. Bless you, Johnny, for giving drink water to the bee. CP says Finch West. Let's keep walking. All right, let's keep moving. There's a cool look at the subway station. Seymour Schulich building. Have I ever caught someone following me through town? Not really. High Fiver says it's less than a kilometer. Yeah, that's what I was looking up when I was having my bubbly. So I think theoretically Finch is straight ahead, and to my left is Keel Street. Doesn't really matter, as long as I kind of walk in this direction, we'll get there. This is Fine Arts Road. So this is a newer part of the campus. This was mostly nothing back when I went here. There's a lot of parking lots in this area. I'm pretty sure there was a Bennett Center for Student Services, but it wasn't here. And I think this is Seneca College actually on the right. They had a partnership with York to set up shop on this campus. Are you saying that it's ironic that this is called Fine Arts Road? Is this a bike lane? What am I walking on? There's like a path there. And there's a path here. there's someone's car I don't want to get too close to, otherwise their obnoxiously loud music might get an ID match. Whoa, look at this building. Funky lines on that one. And the sidewalk just suddenly comes to an end. So this is Pond Road. Maybe it'll be a little more interesting if I go north here. Yes, I waved that car through. So there is Seneca. Eugene says, what did I take at York? Did you not listen to the live stream I did with, or the video I did with Ken? I just grabbed myself a BA. And now we're walking around the campus with a camera on a stick. That's what you get for graduating from York. We're gonna go north up this street here. It looks like there's no traffic on it, so that might be kind of nice. We'll see what's up this way. Ken went to Nipissing University. Is this going to be residences? Some newly laid sod down here on the left. Am I even allowed to be here? Feels like this is closed off. Ah, there's a guy straight ahead. Can't be that bad. You wondered if it was a BA or a BS. So all of this, back when I was here, was just a massive sea of parking. And it was relatively affordable parking, despite the fact that I would game the system and park for free. Andrew Nielsen has become a member. For 22 months of membership, we are entering a good weather season. Andrew, thank you for your support. 22 months of your support. Thank you, Andrew. It is very much appreciated. As we walk along whatever the heck this road is. I don't know if this housing is part of the campus. I don't think so. Someone just asked if this is private housing on the left. I don't know. We shouldn't be too far from Finch West Station, though. Kind of walking directly at Finch Avenue. This is Jack Wiggins Lane. laneways way up here. So I think this road coming up is Murray Ross. Independent mind, I don't know if that's the right word for it. I bet because of the proximity to the school, this housing is quite expensive. And people would look on a map and be like, oh, you live pretty much right on campus. And then they realize it's a good 25-30 minute hike to their lecture. I missed a super. Uh-oh. Andrew Nielsen, $20 super sticker. Andrew, holy shit. Thank you, sir. In the words of Elvis, thank you very much. And for your 22 months of channel membership. Another laneway. And what's cool about this design is it keeps the cars in the back, and yet everyone still gets a backyard. And there's less cars going in the front of your street, so it's safer, especially if you have kids and that sort of thing. Get a quieter street. I wish it were a bit more narrow, more to the scale of like the homes you see in Riverdale, but it's decent. I remember these. There's some public garden plot straight ahead. Unassumed road. Use at your own risk. I think that sign might have been spun around. They need to get someone to cut the grass. Free mattress right there. Except North York bylaw. I don't know what that sign was talking about. But I can see Finch West Station. There's that white box off in the distance, and that is our destination. There's also a lot of large oil drums off in the distance. Jeanette, got to return to work. Thanks for the great stream. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, Jeanette. If you're down for it, tune in to Ken's channel at 7:30. Bucky used to fly kites in this area as a kid. Bill says nice area, but too far from downtown. Yeah, but you're on the subway line. So this might be more convenient for your living circumstances, this area. There's probably more stuff along Keele Street and Finch Street in terms of grocery stores and that sort of thing. I wouldn't knock it till I tried it. this nice bike infrastructure. And you can still see the York University campus off in the distance. "100% guaranteed placement. Switch to career in IT, java.net, automation, QA. Go to miit.tech." Guaranteed placement. Hello, I'm highly unmotivated and refuse to use any modern technology, but I would like my guaranteed placement. I'll be like, okay, you can take orders for Freshie behind a webcam. So this is a hydro corridor we're cutting through. In fact, this is the Finch hydro corridor. So I've ridden my e-bike on live streams along the Finch hydro corridor. If you ever wondered if I kept going west, this is where it would take me. In fact, I think I did a ride like 2 years ago, not on an e-bike, but on my bike, that went all the way to Jane Street. And then I recorded a ride in the other direction along Finch. And I almost got hit by a few cars. Fun times. Now I have an option. I could take the subway down to Eglinton, then the bus along Eglinton over to where I live, or I could take the bus along Finch to Finch Station, and then I could go south down to where I live. It's quite the conundrum. So just to the south of here is Finch Avenue. So what should I do? Take the bus, then the subway, or the subway, then the bus? What holiday is it supposed to be on Monday? I don't know. Is it for the Queen? Brad Palmer, I will follow your advice, but it'll be a crowded bus, so I'm not going to live stream on it. But we have made it to Finch West Station. This is it, folks. I want to thank everyone for their support, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It really does help. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. There'll be another video premiering tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ken's video will be tonight at 7:30. I don't know if he's premiering it or not. And just to recap this one, I started at Vaughan City Centre and I walked south down Jane Street through the York University campus and then over to here at Keele and Finch. I'm about to hop into Finch West Station. Thanks to our channel members, Patreon supporters, Andrew Nielsen and Marge, and all the other longtime members. Thanks to our mods. I'm going to disappear from the interwebs now. Thank you guys. Yoink.